Hello everyone, my name is Milica. I am 27 years old. I am from Montenegro but living in Belgium for the past 9 years. I am a carrier of BRCA1 or BRCA1 gene mutation, and I'm here today to share my story, not because it's something easy to share, but because I believe that by speaking openly about this, we can raise awareness, we can help offer break taboos and offer support to people who might be facing the similar or had to make the difficult choices I had to do in the past. So coincidentally, exactly 7 years ago on today's date, on 6th of September 2018, my mom was diagnosed with one of the most aggressive types of breast cancer, triple negative breast cancer. It was just 2 years after we moved to Belgium. So seeing what breast cancer can do to a person and the horror that breast cancer can put patients through, I made a decision that me and my siblings made a decision that we wanted to discover whether we carried the gene as well. Just at the age of 23, I discovered that I am the carrier of the same gene mutation as my mom discovered just at the time of the sickness she has, which is the BRCA1 gene mutation. Sadly, I'm not going to go too much into it. My mom lost her battle in January of 2022, so just about 3.5 years after fighting this breast cancer. So I made many promises, but one of them is that I will speak openly about what carrying this gene means. I will try to raise awareness to people, and I will try to help people to take decisions, not to go through the horror of what my mom went through. So the statistics were pretty clear on my side, that at the time I turned 25 years old, my chances of having the breast cancer were almost 80%. So after a couple of conversations with doctors in Belgium, I decided to undergo a preventive double mastectomy with reconstructions. This was not an easy decision, definitely, but it was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to act upon before cancer can act on me. So making this decision was not an easy thing to do, but it was something that brought peace to me, and it was a decision that I knew can help me build my future and can help me act upon, as I said. My mom didn't know until she was 47 that she carries this gene. Although she was a woman who really took care of her health, she went once a year to do preventive tests, to do preventive screenings. She took care of her health, of her breasts, but unfortunately she didn't know she carries the gene. So for me, knowing that I carried the gene was important, that I can act upon, that I can make a difference. I'm not sure whether I will have cancer in the near future or later in my life, but I'm sure that I did everything I could have in order to prevent having the triple negative breast cancer. So just a few months after my 25th birthday, in May 2023, I had my double mastectomy surgery. I felt that surgery was one of the hardest things, and it felt that the most difficult part is past, removing a part of myself. However, this surgery brought me peace. Ever since I discovered that I have the genetic mutation, that I'm a carrier of this genetic mutation, my nights were not very easy, and I would constantly think, what if the cancer just developed? Any changes on my breast, I would think, oh, maybe this is a cancer cell. So I was very not in peace for 2 years. So yes, the preventive double mastectomy was a very difficult operation, was very difficult recovery, but it brought peace to my mind.
Before the operation, knowing that you had the gene was quite impactful. There would be times where Millie would not sleep at night, she would wake up really badly, or before I left to work, she would already be in front of the mirror and be wondering, can you feel this? Is this normal? It was living in fear.
So for me, one of the most important things when I decided to go into this whole process of surgeries and now recoveries, because I think it's also important to say that although I did the 3 surgeries that had to be done, I'm also now following up and having yearly checkups of my breast and also of my ovaries. So I think that's also important to preventively still continue taking care of this, let's call it a problem or a challenge. However, one of the most important things for me was that I have the team of the doctors whom I trust. My experience is that the physiotherapist is one of the most important people in this process. First of all, they help you with the whole recovery, but they're this person that you can ask all sorts of questions that you don't want to bother gynecologist or a plastic surgeon. So for me, my physiotherapist, who is working at the hospital St. Luc, was one of the most important people during this process for the past years. She was the one who helped me with all the sort of questions, as I said, who reassured me every time I had a small doubt or a small how do I do this, what is the best approach. Of course, I couldn't go through all of this alone. As I said, a part of having the team of doctors that you trust, it's important to have a support of family and friends. My dad, my brother and my sister and my boyfriend, alongside with my friends, were the support that mentally and physically I needed the most. The double mastectomy surgery on its own, I think it speaks for itself. It's a very difficult one. So having my dad braid my hair when I couldn't lift my arm 2 days after the surgery meant a lot to me. Having the presence of my brother and sister, just cooking, cleaning, doing stuff in the apartment meant a lot. And of course, my boyfriend, who was running around the town to get the medication, to get extra stuff that I need. I think the 4 of them kind of divided the jobs amongst themselves, and for me that was very important.
I think once we understood what she was going through, to a certain extent, obviously because we're not living it, it made it easier for us to accept. Sometimes she didn't feel like going out. Sometimes in the morning she just wanted to stay in bed. So I would highly recommend for also the support system, the people around the person going through this process, to inform themselves so that they can be understanding and take care to the best of their abilities of the person.
If my story and experience can help anyone who is having doubts or anyone who knows they might be carrying this gene, please do the genetic testing. Please do talk to doctors. And in my opinion, having the preventive surgeries is a way to go to. Undergoing the surgeries and taking these decisions, it's a very personal choice. But in today's time, at least, you can make an informed decision, unlike my mom, unfortunately. No matter what, this process brought me peace.
Brought us peace.
Yes, that's true.
The process of the double mastectomy and the reconstruction is by no means an easy one, but if there's one thing that it does bring is peace of mind and not living in fear that something is developing. Following the first operation was probably the hardest. You had the fillers, and just for the first time having something that's not a part of your body inside your body, I remember was very difficult for you. But that's where it's important for the support system, be it me, be it her family, be it the friends, to also be aware of what's going on. So I think in that sense, Millie was great because she was patient with us. I did not always listen at the first time. I did not always understand, but she was patient with me. And there are going to be days, mostly the days after the expanders have been filled up a bit, which are not very nice. Like
The tensions, yeah.
That's something you have to go through. But I think really the process of us getting to understand and to know what's going on really helped us be there for her